People said that the Copenhagen conference was a failure. The truth is the Copenhagen conference produced the Copenhagen Accord, which for the first time established a 2-degree target, for the first time required developed and developing countries to contribute to that target, and for the first time set up a global system of measurement and verification. What we've seen both at Cancun and Durban is putting that into the formal UNFCCC legal architecture. But what is lacking now is political will from the great powers. That means the United States, it means China, it means India. The technical solution, the policy solution is clear. The key thing is the final act of political will. And that is where the action must come. I had a lot to do with the establishment of the Cartagena Group in the lead up to the Copenhagen conference. What's the Cartagena Group? It's a group or a coalition of constructive powers, both from the developed and the developing world. We've provided a lot of the impetus so far. Within our group, individual states have taken actions. In Australia, we have put a price on carbon. We've legislated for a mandatory renewable energy target of 20%. This didn't exist 3 or 4 years ago. We, therefore, have taken a lead at a considerable political cost, I've got to say. Therefore, the requirement lies for others to take parallel action. It is the aggregation of individual actions that will produce the result, while at the same time we cannot lessen our pressure to bring about a global binding result at the same time. As Prime Minister, I ratified Kyoto. The previous Australian government did not. As Prime Minister, I said to the people we'd introduce a mandatory renewable energy target of 20%. Prior to that, we didn't have one. As Prime Minister, I said we'd put a price on carbon. We failed 2 times because the Senate in Australia blocked it, and most recently a price has been put on carbon. So these are actions we've taken. What is critical also is that pricing mechanisms obviously impact on technology as people invest in new technologies when it's to their price advantage to do so. And we see new technologies emerging in the renewable energy space. Also within the carbon space, a new emphasis on less carbon intensive energy sources such as natural gas. Well, both for Brussels and for Canberra, we see opportunity. Now, the opportunity is we need to form a global carbon market. Europe represents collectively the largest economy in the world. We are the number 12 economy in the world, at the other end of the world. If we have both legislated for carbon prices and together we can establish a global market with increasing numbers of members, that is all to the good. Because a lot of the criticism domestically in countries around the world is about whether one country's actions is placing their businesses at a relative disadvantage to another country. Therefore, the way to deal that is with a unified carbon market. That's why this is a step in the right direction. My view is that there are 3 great global challenges right now. 1, global financial stability and economic management globally, given the extraordinary crisis the global economy has been through for the last 4 to 5 years, the worst since the 1930s. Number 2, managing the peaceful rise of China and avoiding conflict with the United States. Number 3, sustainability, global sustainability, a large part of which is securing an outcome on one critical planetary boundary, and that is climate change. These must be our top 3 priorities. If we fail in these, we fail the next generation.